In life, we often find ourselves comparing to others, wondering, why can't I be like them? This habit can lead to feelings of unhappiness. With social media apps like TikTok and Instagram, this comparison has only become more common. This story is for those who feel dissatisfied with their own lives and think others are happier than them. As you listen, you'll also learn some new words. So pay attention and enjoy the story until the end. One day, a crow was flying through the sky and landed on a tree branch. From there, it spotted a swan gracefully swimming in a nearby pond. The swan's bright white feathers caught the attention of some villagers who gathered to admire its beauty. Curious, the crow flew closer to get a better look, but as soon as the villagers saw the crow, they waved their hands to shoo it away. The crow thought, maybe they're afraid I'll make the place dirty. Feeling sad, the crow flew to another branch, only to be chased away again. It was hurt. The crow watched as people loved the swan for its beautiful feathers, while no one seemed to care for it. With a heavy heart, the crow left the village and flew deep into a forest. Sitting alone on a tree branch, it began to cry. The crow said to itself, "People hate me because of my black feathers. If only I had white feathers like the swan, maybe I'd be happy too." An old crow passing by noticed the young crow's sadness and asked, "Why are you crying, young one?" The crow replied, "I hate my black feathers. They're so ugly and no one likes me." The old crow smiled and said, "If you could look like any bird, which one would you choose?" Without hesitation, the crow answered, "I want to look like the swan. Everyone admires it." The old crow said, "There's a magical spring deep in the forest. If you bathe in its water with a pure heart, you can change how you look. But before you go, why don't you ask the swan if it is truly happy?" The crow agreed and flew back to the pond. It approached the swan and asked, "Dear swan, you must be the happiest bird in the village. Your white feathers are so beautiful and everyone loves you. Are you happy?" The swan looked down and said, "Thank you for your kind words. My feathers may be beautiful, but I am not happy. People keep me as a pet and I can't live freely. When I grow old, they might even use me for my meat. I don't know if I'll still be alive tomorrow." The crow was shocked. "Then, who do you think is the happiest bird?" it asked. The swan replied, "I think parrots are the happiest. Their colorful feathers are even more beautiful than mine, and people don't eat them." The crow thanked the swan and flew off to find a parrot. After searching for a while, the crow found one sitting on a branch. It said, "Dear parrot, your colorful feathers are so lovely. You must be the happiest bird." The parrot sighed and said, "My feathers are pretty, but because of them, people put me in cages. I spend my life locked up and I'm always scared." The crow felt even sadder and asked, "Who do you think is the happiest bird?" The parrot replied, "The peacock must be the happiest bird. People admire its beautiful feathers and they give it a big cage to live in." The crow flew to a zoo to meet the peacock. There, it saw the peacock spreading its colorful feathers as many visitors admired it. The crow said, "Dear peacock, you are so beautiful. Your feathers are amazing. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The peacock looked at the crow and said, "No, my friend, I am not happy. People take my feathers and sell them. It is painful when they pluck them, and it keeps happening over and over. I wish I could live freely like you. No one bothers you, and you can go wherever you want." Hearing this, the crow was surprised. It realized that it had been taking its freedom for granted. The crow thanked the peacock and flew back to the old crow. "I don't want to be anyone else," the crow said. "I am happy to be a crow." This story teaches us that everyone has their own struggles. Comparing ourselves to others only brings unhappiness. Instead, we should be thankful for what we have and appreciate who we are. Remember, you are unique, and no one can be a better version of you than yourself. If this story helped you learn something new or taught you some new words, don't forget to like and share your thoughts. See you in the next story, where we'll continue learning together.